I don't like the way I eat, then don't watch. Watch something else. It says 0 for me. And there's more than one person watching because I can sense it. So I'm the Canadian. Doesn't matter what anybody says. I don't know. I'm aware of who sits to my east, west, north, and south. Sorry, brother. I'm just content creating. And I know, I know things like capital C, club was sleeping. Which one? Church. Oh, they don't mind lower capital. Freaking spelling church. The church that the whole fingers go to, that's just their weekly meeting. That's, who knows what they talk about? That's biker business. Yeah, the Cardinals, they're powerful. Nobody want to mess with the Cardinals. I promise you, they don't. I'm kind of a lobbyist in a way, because I lobby for things. Secret one. I'm lobbying for some men to get a grip, and some men have got a grip. I got a grip on a glass of water. He is my dad. I'm proud of him. He has to deal with me. I'm an American husband. If he doesn't, because he wants to sit there on the fortune when maybe he got it last time, or he didn't get nearly as much because he simply Grandpa Wayne blamed the taking of his money, his hard earned, on somebody that he cared for very much. That would be Catherine, and I can understand why she's upset, but there's no more money to have because you're not getting a cent from me because all you'll be inheriting is debt because there's no money made from this. She's up, she's going to text Preston, and Preston is a cousin, a failed cousin, because he's a man named Columbus that would have abused his. She was sleeping with Preston and she had an affair. When you have an affair in a relationship, you get nothing. And I could actually go after her, and her mother's ear would be probably watching this. I'm just having breakfast, right? Where while we sat at the opposite table. I can show you in a second. I agree to eat aggressively, but I'm not mad at Catholics because I'm a man of peace and quiet. Catherine's not in trouble with me, she's probably in trouble with her mother. Alright, because Mary Old England is something Grandpa Wayne said on the deck of my parents' house when she met Grandpa Wayne, and Susie had nothing to do with it, I guarantee you that. Preston might have been involved with who sideswiped, pushed, did something to Gpa Wayne on the Boston Bridge, and that was Devin Grant, Bobby's son. And he did it with a mask on and lower bunker, and he did it because I have a source that says he did it. Will they go into the courthouse? Well, Asphalt Sasevich, he's a house angel. And when he goes down to the Campbell's courthouse with a birth certificate and waves it in front of the judge, says that he owns me, and I'll go like this to Valdick. Because Valdick, you're not my dad. Your son is Adam. And maybe they unified in front, but Adam, well, first he cheated on his wife and Macau, and hers common law wife. He hasn't even had the balls to marry her. He just uses her. It's 5 in the morning. Kids are probably sleeping. And then all he did to her, he was using her for, well, his dad's reputation, which was Marlene's dad. He's a Polish man, a good man. I know him. I like him a lot. Not the same man as Aldous, not even close. Twice the man Aldous ever will be. Yeah. That's my opinion. Because he was in Adam's life to protect him from the evils that Valdek does. That's Marlene's dad. He was a Polishman, a proud one, connected throughout Germany and Poland. From growing up there, he got kicked out of the army too, probably, or no, he was a Polishman. They had him in conscription, or whatever he said, the German wall, Berlin Wall. He made it through, and he's a sane one. And he's sane enough for me. So we talked about a wolf dog once, and Adam's not stupid, but he pushed me at SKSS with hate in his eyes, because he was jealous of me. Valdek keeps a spy on him, and he's spied on me for probably 30 years since that neo-Nazi picture I drew. Elementary school. Well, it wasn't a neo-Nazi, it was like Nazi parade. It's perfect. I drew it. I held it up like this. I said, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, it was me who drew it. Me. And Guy's my dad, and I'm proud of him. And if he wants me off the property, I'll go. He doesn't need a restraining order. And I can find someone else to live. It's not a big deal. I'll live on the Monte Carlo, I don't care. Because this still means Ralph. This still means Ralph Parker. To most, you get really scratchy because the sun down here. Well, I mean something else. And what's that saying? Living about a thief. And no honor amongst thieves. And there isn't. And why would there be? There's thieves. And I understand that. And I understand that there's 3 thieves. One of them may be more powerful than 2, but one's locked away for life. And and neither of these 3 thieves was the president of Russia. And I'm not pro-Russia at all. I'm pro-Western. And I'm part of the West, and I stand with Kiev. And because Kiev is where Great Granny Scholes maybe lived once, or she was from Ukraine somewhere. Great Granny Scholes has my mother's grandpa's last name, because I don't know Great Granny Scholes' last name. I don't. And the Scholes family is a well-known family. Most notable attached to the family is probably Tracy Wood, because she's country singer. I haven't heard any of her music, but I don't Mike Big and other person. I've never seen him in the same room, but that's all my business. What I'm trying to say is, my mother loves me very much. Me and my dad had an argument. I think someone stole the bag out of my car. I just asked him because I wanted to know if it was a teenager. Blue bag that I pack around. And maybe it doesn't say Eddie Bauer on there anymore, but it wasn't an Eddie Bauer bag. I thought it might have been Chris Gregoire because he's just a no good, and he's doing things in Tamlis that if he wants him to do, and if he is Cliff from Rivershore, and this is not gonna be good for his name at all, because he simply has a telekinetic hostage situation, and it's him. He's under hostage situation. He's telekinetically netted and completely fucking celled, and he's sitting in his palace. It ain't a palace. It ain't the White House to the north. No, that's the white mobile my parents raised me in. When we moved from behind the greenhouses and off Hook Road, and we moved from Bogetti, because Chris G is studying this because he's pretending to be like a friend of mine. He's not a friend of mine at all. If I see Chris G in the flesh again, I'll break him in half. And I'm serious about that. I'm a feared hand-to-hand fighter. I've never lost a street fight, and I ain't gonna lose one to Chris Gregoire. He can do all the ninjutsu he wants. He can do whatever he wants. He'll never beat Cody Hayden. I beat him up in elementary school. Remember, Chris? I got to go swimming, and you didn't, okay? So when you're trying to beat Cody Hayden telekinetically, you're just gonna smirk and look like this. Chris Gregoire, you're not a nomad anymore, okay? You lost that privilege. Now you're just a no good. And Ralph Barger would love to hear that because he was the creator of the Hells Angels, and he gave me respect when I started ordering my A's Sunnyside up in 2015 or so. So, and he gave me respect because I command respect in a way that Chris G just doesn't. He has fear and and, uh, and crimes attached to him that are just disgusting and vile. And he's actually the one that killed Owen Thompson. I know in my heart, and he wasn't supposed to do that. Because Owen's a man that couldn't be killed. He was just a patriot, and he was a Canadian, but he still had to abide by certain rules. And he obviously trusted the wrong man on the property, but he didn't trust. He trusted Mike on the property, but only one man knew where that ranch was that I bought there, and that's Smiley, and that's. I can't say whose son that is, but he tried to do it to scare me and be like a mastermind. It doesn't scare me because he's caught red-handed by me. He must have told Chris how to get there through his memory bank, and he's got an important job at Domtar. Oh, I don't know. He hasn't found that post yet, and well, it's coded. Well, that's the truth. That's how I know it, and it makes sense to me. And I turn my hearing aid up because well, neither of them are going to hand themselves in. And it relies upon one person's, judgment. The question is, can Chris G serve a life sentence without writing out iffy? He got nothing to do with me. Nothing. He got popped in 07. Youth record. He got popped regular entering. Youth record. Now Chris G lured me into a house. Door was open. I got caught. And I did. I was a youth. I think I was only 15, 16 maybe. We're on foot before I could even drive. He led me to that house, and he led me to getting busted. But my prints were left there. But he simply said something jumping over the fence, and the neighbor noticed. I noticed the neighbor noticed, so I sent him going one way because he was the one that got us busted. He meant to. And me and another man, an unarmed lover of Chris's, they're in bed now. And Ryan McKenzie thinks this is funny because he's got a good humor, but him and Chris are probably soulmates, and they probably are. Good for them. And well, Chris got picked up by the cops, I think, and we went to Arby's for a mailman ride. That's how I got on that one until fingerprints came out. Because Kyle Rubin, he's the one that got me involved in something called my first charge. Possession. He was breaking bottles. And he was breaking bottles, and he got me framed up. And I was Valdic who was in control of that situation because he controlled him through a little thing called evil draconian telekinetics from Valdix and Savage. Me and him never practiced those once. I worked him from the inside, and I kicked his fucking ass. Those are fangs. If I see him again, I'll latch onto his fucking throat and drink his blood. Might as well be fucking vampire, that man. He fears me like time fears the fucking pyramids. Tell me about something from 2020, I don't know. Simply thinks he's cutting me out of the coke business, does he? Did anyone ask the Colombians if they wanted another $5,000 per on every unit? Well, it'd be coming from New York. And it'd be on every one that every biker gets out of British Columbia for the rest of the time, and they can't force it on the public. I know the East Side Prison chapter wouldn't like that, but he's made of money anyway, so it's all Valdic's doing, and it's not his doing. So he climbed the ranks being a biker, and I forgive him for anything from the past. So, and Brendan DeYoung acted on his own, and Jason Hart acted on his own. Chris Delan acted on her own, and took 3 drugs and to silence me, but I live. And I'm well and I'm strong. And I'm about full strength. I'm 35 years old and I do not fuck around, Donnie. Hee. Because I want you terminated. And your line's going to me and Bradley. And if you don't think it is, then you don't see straight. You might as well think I'm the fucking Terminator because I got red eyes for pictures. And I don't like him at all. And don't tell me about that Mr. Lipstick in fucking California. You don't know nothing about being a butcher. Don't think Hollywood, you fucking pussy. Training Bacon was a great show. Great movie. It was. I had two excellent technical teachers. One way further along than the other one, but he had his first class, and I was there to help him along because I was. And the Godfather isn't me. No, not his great uncle either. Not even fucking close. You're looking at the serpent, man. I'll tell you one person who hasn't anything to do with it. Crystal Ann Grimm. It's a stark reality that she's floating around with a reputation she can't handle, doing a job for a man that's looking at life in federal prison. Because Mr. Lipstick is Mr. Bacon from Hawaii or from California. And he's not wearing lipstick, but he's a sow. What the fuck's he gonna do about it? Maybe I wasn't up in Montana. Maybe I was. Maybe he wants her dead more than anything. Maybe he does. Something me and the butcher can't handle. We want her kept alive. And she'll be a rich, well-to-do woman one day. As long as she drinks more water, warm water, she needs to go to the afternoon so she can get her for teeth. Worth time because she's scared of the doctor. But from Camus, the one that has a fentanyl crew, we're actually all pretty good guys. I met him. And Ashley is basically a prisoner of his. He's my Uncle Mario. He's not mine, but I basically own his fucking ass. Simply backed up Cam and backed up the wrong man because Cam and Steve worked together, and Cam's the one that forcefully pimped out Montana her whole career. And the butcher should know. Well, he knows who he is, and I know who Cam is. I never met him, but I loaded Jody, and I was a teenager. So technically, he did that time for the hacky up on the highway. Technically, he did it for me, whether he likes it or fucking not. Technically, I don't load him no more. Technically, whoever loads him is a dead man walking. Like him. I'm a 22nd August baby, and I'm a Leo, and I'm almost a virgin. Virgo, sorry. Right on the cusp. Makes me unique. There's something about Cam I don't know. He don't represent Kamloops at all. He's what they call a little tiny fish. He's one of Iffy's too. Iffy has a way to turn men evil. Duncan Bailey, when I met him once in Kamloops, he wasn't evil. He was a gangster. When he moved up to Calgary, got in with Iffy, and Iffy made him evil out of hot dose of people he didn't want a hot dose, tricking him. Because Clifford Coffin's a hot dose fucking kingpin, and he's a child pornography kingpin, and he's not the one-eyed man on a wall downtown Kamloops. Because in the land of the blind, King Charles is still king, and he's gonna be king until William becomes king, and so on and so forth.
The cheeseburger grand sandwich, grand slam.
I got a hacker who tells me for sure they had fine with student royalties of the government, so that's good. Okay. Well, I don't want to project my own form of power. Me and the butcher, we can get along on one thing. He's from the coast. Summer's near the mainland. Had nothing to do with China or chickadee China. He said one drumstick, your brain starts ticking. No bomb chance. No bombs. Cause
Is there a spoon?
one went off in Montreal, and to me that was an act of war. I'm still looking for who did that. So if anybody knows who did that, please call Crime Stoppers, or anyone else, go on foot to a detachment and make sure you're not seen. So that was an act of war. That's a different story altogether. And that was like many years ago, early 90s. You see the pictures of those two? Look like my dad and me when we were young. I remember one lesson my dad taught me: don't buckle up at a gas station. And he taught me also I saved him from a seatbelt ticket when he's in the back seat. I was in Vancouver, and copper, you were in the behind the driver, and it was just a seatbelt ticket. And I'm the mastermind, teenage one, 03 to 2010. Tony never told you fuck off. Annie never told you fuck off. And Al never told you fuck off. The teenage mastermind. And a big time player in the underworld of cameras who went back in the game. Was there something about me being my old man should be proud because he doesn't need to worry. Because I'm going to do this one more time. I don't know. I don't want to do it because anything other than I love my old man, my dad, and his key. And I'm proud of my dad. He don't like a couple of people in the province, and that one of them's Ron Boucher. And I don't like him either. But he can't do a fucking thing to me or Guy, and he knows it. His stepson is Chris Gregoire. Chris Gregoire is simply pretending to be Cody Hayden telekinetically. And he's going to puke right now. Because he is. Because he's lost the plot. He's cracking up trying to get revenge on me. And then there's Patty Haynes. Whoop-de-fucking-do. He's supposed to be here for a sit-down last night, 7:30 p.m. Didn't show up. I had eyes and ears here. Who the fuck is he? He's nobody. Simply, he's the big squirter in Kelowna, is he? Gerald Gringer knows him personally. Well, where's his big bag of money? They got paid him for nothing. He's on disability doing nothing. Sitting around doing fuck all. We danced for hours and left for days. We thought of all the different ways that we could stay here in this place. But we enjoyed, that's how it goes. We felt the love, we felt it close. We raised our glass, we said toast. With our power in the moment. Yeah, I have access to what they call one. 160. Big ones. Yeah. It's not my position. I can't get to it. It's a trick. It's an illusion. Because entertainment sector, and it is his best banner. And, it sounds for Elizabeth. She'd be happy to hear it. I was playing in the big leagues without anybody knowing I'm in the big leagues. Because there's no more money on Tony Ederoa, Andy Massey, or Al Newstead. And you know what Al did? He did one thing for me. He sold him a bike for twice as much as he paid for it, because he doubled his money on that bike. And then my dad rode it well. Sold it because he needed the money, because Al was ripping me off the whole time. 21 years he ripped me off for. He got so fucking greedy that he doubled up. He went 200 on the ounce price recently. I don't have the money to barely sell my own fucking. He did this for 21 years, and now simply lied to my father about it. And Tony did it too, and Andy did it too. They're all secret partners of Valdic. Valdic's secret partner was Ivy. Valdic's secret partner was the brother of East Side president. His brother, that's the one Brett beat up. Brett beat him up with his brother-in-law. And the man that knows me from this, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Well, and it wasn't East Side president that, well, they had Brett on the run a little bit, but he fought back. And Brother Brett fought a silent war against the other. He fought a silent war against the Indians. And, well, he's winning. Because we didn't lose. And Husbands is still strong. But, well, where was it? And, well, that's the truth. Because nobody named Pat Haynes and Clifford Coughlin are going to break up me and my dad. Because we're standalone Canadians. And we don't stand alone. There are lots of men who hate those two motherfuckers. And they simply think they have an ally in one man's brother. He's our ally, G. And his name, I don't know. He was in that goddamn rap music video. He didn't want to be there, I could tell. He did it because his son asked him to. And I don't know his name, but Nigga J showed me that. And he showed me that to show me a man that actually cared. That's when me and Nigga J were smoking crystal meth in 09. Don't worry, I haven't been on it since. I only smoked it with him. Capis meth from George Colgan, who's passed away of a health issue. And Uncle Johnny passed away of a brain tumor. If you believe that Pat Haynes is only alive because Uncle Johnny let him live, Pat Haynes could be alive. He could be dead. Because Pat Haynes is the one that stuck him with that disease needle. And he lived. And Mr. Bacon can't fucking believe that because he's the one that ordered it. And I know his tricks because he's KKK. And I ain't not a fucking chance in hell. They have nothing to do with this presentation and they can go themselves right up the bucket. Because permissive warfare isn't very persuasive around me. And I simply know one thing. Guy and Cody are winning. And all we gotta do is hold down the White House to the north. It's a mobile. Don't worry about nothing, Guy. I got you covered on all sides. Because that's a property that's protected by, on one side, Sim Strike. Because he's still with us. He's in heaven. And he's a good man. I don't know if you ever met Sim Strike, Dad. You might have met him once. Or just passed by. But he was a powerful man in his own right. And a woman that you never met, I don't think, even Corey Theon. Her dad was a powerful man too. And she was in the neighborhood first. So she gets respect from me. And you should respect her for that. And her second boyfriend, and now probably common law wife, or husband, sorry, is Steve, and he's a good man too. I talked to him on the phone when Chris Larson stole my keys from the place at 2255 ETC Highway, and Montana put him back in a clever spot to make it look like I was a standalone tweaker. And 2255 is where I made lots of money. How many hundreds of thousands I pulled in that between February and February? I can't remember. I was having too much fun. That was my 20th year anniversary. And, well, it was our 20th year anniversary. Me and Gee. That was our anniversary because I'm his son. And Tony and Andy don't have sons. Al has a son. And you three ain't out of the fucking shit house yet. So don't think you just gotta sap up the fucking victory here. You guys gotta fight for me because I ain't going to fucking work. I make my money in the fucking cocaine. And you guys ain't keeping me out. So charge me like $10.50. Charge store too much more. And that store is hammer. Because there's only one oak. And the oak don't want to play ball. No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to take a chance. He'd rather hang around for the county structure. That's what he's thinking. And this Mike the Burger must have brainwashed him so long. We gotta go. I know one thing. He owns a property in West Side. He owns a property in Paul Lake. He simply sits around with the man there with all the money. side rolling. And I don't understand. Side doesn't know who said policia. I do. Um, you don't know the man personally, and I do. I have an alias for him. Side, you don't like him much. You don't know who the butcher is. Well, I ain't the wrong line, man. I ain't. Got a little bit of that my day. Someone picked up a new habit, and mine fell over the back of a Monte Carlo. Somebody stole it up from Andy's hand, and my window was broken.
Sorry.
It happens.
Yeah, it's here. Oh. $30.
Dude, 2020. Last time I actually saw Chrissy Hayden, I yelled at her from an RV to get that off the property. She makes me sick. She poisoned in 2015. I was there. Nearly fucking killed her. That's because she did. And she didn't kill me. She did have Brother Brett drugged. That was Guy's son. And she is a vile human being. She's completely brainwashed by Mr. Bacon or Mr. Lipstick in California, San Diego area, wherever he keeps a villa. He keeps a villa in Hawaii too. He's the president of the Cameras chapter. Ninth and Sherbrooke is where he raised his son, Kelly, who's not a housing, he's a good man. One thing I know about crystal strength is it was designed so people don't do as much crystal meth. I didn't touch it, lick it, kiss it, or anything. But somebody in San Diego area tried to frame me up for doing that. He got caught in the act, and now he's trying to do it again. Because I tell you one thing, nobody's in that man's will. You don't give the will to nobody, he's gonna die with it. So you don't get past that fucking thing with Aiden without me telling him how it goes. And he don't like to be told how it goes. He can go himself. Strategize that with Uncle Mario. Uncle Mario's not my fucking uncle. He was once. You don't know who I am. He was a hermit at Wayne Astos. And it could have been him who let him know he was leaving, because he was a benefactor. Well, if my dad got the small share, he's got a reason to be pissed off. It could have been Catherine and Preston that got some of his money, or I could be thinking the wrong thing. Because Catherine might have got ripped off too. Because she might have got the access to something they used somebody else's knowledge to protect your grandpa on the phone with the banker. But one thing, if any money went missing, the bankers are on it. Because Catherine, it's not her fault. It's not her fault. She got abused by Preston. The one that owns a window cleaning company, and he simply has a 3-front war going on. He thinks his wife's going to divorce him. Catherine hates him, and Jeanette, she's a tennis playing gal, and I got access to her email and her Facebook. Well, her Facebook, she don't need to worry about Facebook because she's a gymnast, and she's from North Van. She knew something about giving Valdic an oil change because that was her mother doing it, and he forced that on her. He's a brutal forced hand prostitute. He's not a prostitute. He could be. He could be a prostitute. We can make that happen. I mean, 3 T's, we could get a laugh out of that. And I'm not a thief. But there's no honor amongst them. Not any. That's why they're thieves. Something funny about 8 and having only 6 the big ones to play with. I don't have them in my possession. They can't be taken or extorted from me. How much is a big one? Well, Chrissy's dodged 2 of them. Bullet. Because a bullet in certain poker tables is 100 G's, or depends on which table you're playing. And she's dodged 2 bullets. She want to dodge a third, but she simply has to go to work, and you got a job. And somebody in San Diego cares about you more because you're useful to them. That's it. That's it. And she's either iffies or she's Mr. Bacon in California, so she's fine. She's set for life. She never won the scratch and she knows who did that. So, Bob George taught me one thing. It's called respect. I had respect for him after I started ordering my eggs sunny side up in this very fucking restaurant. Other men think they see, but they don't see. The Caesar was a Caesar. Ralph Barger was looking for a Caesar. I found him in Merritt. He wasn't in a tin can. He was a tin can. Because Ralph Barger might have been a daytime drunk once, but he held it down still from Oakland. Maybe it was through a rowdy time in his life when men were getting shot, killed, stabbed all over the fucking planet. He simply turned into an author to get out of that rap. And I haven't shot and killed anybody or ordered anybody to do it. So I ordered a young man to give a beating once. I didn't order it, I asked it of him. And he held it down. He did a good job. But me and Tyler are still upset about it. Tyler who? Me and Lemley. Well, let's just say we really got along just fine. But I'm a two-timing son of a bitch from hell. And this will hurt anybody in the chin. Is that maybe me? There's 2 men ready to shit their fucking pants. They hate me so much. And one of them's in New York State. The other one's in California State. And the rest of us are enjoying life. So when you want to get off your high horses, kiss the fucking ring, go fuck yourself. Those 2 men, only the 2 men. I know who they are. I don't know their names. Nobody in Italy's reinforcing Iffy, because he's simply in bed with the Tijuana cartel, and that's his secret. That's where he gets his power and his fear source from. Don't let anybody in Sinaloa warn you, Iffy. You made your bed, and now you and Chrissy can lie in it. Still Sherry Ann's daughter. She still wants her kept alive and kept working. If my mother ever wanted her out of this world, she could take her out of it. The spoon didn't work for her. Her legs just remain open, and she's cheating on Eric. I know for a fact, but Eric may have found someone on the side. Eric might be sleeping with 2 women, 3, maybe 4. Eric simply owns EC Landscaping. Eric and Cody are good. Chrissy's just making a mess of the books because she loves Donnie. Donnie don't love her, but they're married. And Matthew Acey might be thinking of coming up for a visit. His uncle's fine. And he knows uncle from. And Chris is trying to strategize out how to. Matt Asen would know Matthew Asen, or Matty would know his uncle from an insane person. And I've been to Hillside Psychiatric Center, 1 South, where I jumped the gate and ran naked to Peterson Creek Park. It was a prank because I hitchhiked to the Chuckers. I thought my dad would hear about it on the CB radio, and I pranked him good. And then they put me back. Well, actually, the cops put me back, so I got away with that one. And then the cops couldn't understand why I was naked. What are you doing? They said. I was throwing my reputation under the bus because my reputation is pristine. It can't be ruined. Because I'm simply the man who outfoxed Barger, Ralph. And I'm done puking about it. He was looking for a Caesar. He must have been drunk at work. He was ranting about it in East West County and Henderson person. You guys are all looking for a drink. I found a tin can. I didn't find a can. Oh, I found a can. I was in and out of jail. It's not like I was there for mental health issues. And I was at floor 6. It's a new wing of the hospital. I was there once. Mackenzie would remember me from being there. She's beautiful, but she's a psychiatric nurse, and I'm still in love with her too. I made all those TikTok videos there, and the old man sunk the ship on that one. My dad. Actually, I forgot I wanted to keep that one secret, that TikTok account. You might have seen some videos that were funny. You enjoyed them. And, well, when you see me around, because don't tell my dad. We're world famous for being a father and son duo that has been tested by me, and he just doesn't want me doing that shit no more because he found a blue bag in the bathroom. He's going away. He's not the only nigga. He's not. He's tired from working in the family business. And he was a family 7 patient for 10 years or so. And he went to work at the he did all that work because somebody in California wanted it. Somebody in California was going to fucking stay on that property needed his quickly. That is if he was lost all power. They want anything from my dad to run it through me. And they're watching it. They thought they had us basically. Yeah, they don't. And the retired man, and there's a retired man in Quebec and a retired man in probably near Washington, D.C., somewhere closest to the Pentagon. Do they have to come out of retirement? Tell my old man to just stand down, hold fast, be like. Rob Parker probably told people that to hold fast because he's in a hot place and Hayden's still alive. Cody. Uranus, no, he's in heaven. And he is. And I shaved those, I filed those myself. And Chris, you don't have teeth like that. Nobody does. Really, Muhammad Ali had the same teeth. Similar. Same ones. Think prehistoric. Think Jurassic age. Think old bloodline. Nobody. Huge area there. Got himself a head artist. Those two and he will. And he's not here with us. I promise you. He's not up playing. So, we're all good. He just needs to hold fast. And that's from a movie, he Master and Commander. And it's about there's an old pirate on the boat, and took a head injury. And, well, I was at Hillside only once. And my dad did visit me there. And Grandma and Grandpa did visit me there. And Auntie Cheryl did visit me there. I was there because I took a yellow pill. I forgot all about it till 2020. I remember it was this hand, the yellow pill. I took it in secret. I wanted to outfox everybody with a little thing called mental health. And no mistake. And that's the only right head I speak, so don't tell anybody I said it. Sorry, I'm not a jihadist. I'm not. And I'm not. But be better. Be better, man. If you're in the Middle East, don't hate all the white men. They're not all bad. You get a kick out of me. So I'm not a champion of everyone. You men are in the Middle East. That's known to be a battlefield over there. That's not my business. I don't speak on it for anyone. Just try and be better, man. And, well, air's free, and if I lied any further, my nose would be as long as Pinocchio's. So, there's a good picture of Carlo Gambino when his eyes are dark, and must be the camera letting he knew some things that nobody knew. The only man who knew what Carlo Gambino knew was him. So I hold the Monte Carlo, man. I hold it. Steve Mason drove past Monte, and he did. And he can remember that because he was in New York. I never went. Doesn't mean I can't. Well, I'm not allowed in the States. They wanted me back east for a goddamn sit down. I'm not even allowed to go. So I got a call from New York State once. I picked it up right away. I needed a to-go package, and I'm simply. No, that's a brand. I'm still good to go. I'm concerned about one man in New York State and one man two men in Colorado State. I'm concerned that they're not going to make it through this. And I'm concerned about one man who's not even in Rivershore. He sits past Rivershore. His name is Clifford Coffin. he may as well just sign his goddamn life away if he doesn't go over to Italy for a sit down. Because you ain't gonna outlive me, pal. So you're avoiding a phone call that could come in any minute. And simply put, does he understand that he has to go? Or he hasn't been asked to go? You should go and seek shelter, iffy. I know what you've been into, and it's near turning the women to black magic in this fucking province. And it's not the women that need to be burnt at the stake. It's the men. They've gone evil, trying to outsmart me. And some of them haven't. Some of them are good men, and they're fighting three front wars. Not like that cousin of mine, and I own him outright. And he thinks he's in the slave trade. Well, he's not. Well, capital C must be Washington D.C. because District of Columbia. That's where they named it Columbia, after the District of Columbia. Now, is it in Columbia or is it a district? Now, why is it a district? It's just a state. It's not a state. It's surrounded by states. My French general, my old man, my dad told me. French general helped design it. And he told me that. He's a wise man. He's working into wisdom. Well, he's retired, so he's allowed some of it. And I know another man that isn't quite retired. He knows something about wisdom. And his son's work truck sits, within 50 yards of me. And he hasn't come out to say hi or give me a hug or a kiss yet. Well, I did him a solid once. He's not sure what that is because he's not sure. He gave me shit when I was in a Halloween costume. That was not more than 20 years ago. He was giving me shit for something. And he heard it through a rumor. And he's trying to remember if it's true or not. That might be the reason he hates me. And if he doesn't hate me, if he doesn't love me yet for being me, well, Mike, I haven't changed one bit. It's never going on to more than just you, Mike. It says 0 for me and 1 for you. And that's Columbia. It's a ski band. And Nathan Hall is your employee. And I wouldn't try taking him from you. And I nearly died in the bathroom up there. I nearly shit myself. I just took my box off, put it in the laundry machine. I didn't even start it. I think I did. I can't remember. It didn't bother me one bit. That sort of thing's supposed to be embarrassing. Okay, but I'm too embarrassing. Because I've been to the psych wards. I've been to Hillside. I was at 1 South 3, 4, maybe 5 times. I was in and out of KRCC. They put me on the bug range. Nobody PC'd me. Nobody. That's a fucking fact. I got there once when I first went in 09. I got put in there. I got bailed out. But I was at the desk at KRCC. I asked to go to H unit because I knew who was there. And he said to me, the guard said, "It's not a hotel." Garrett was already on that unit. I knew that. He didn't. I did my time standing on my head in a closet. Sandy, what knows that? He asked me something in an interrogation room, and I'm not privy to telling you, but that's lawyer, patient, privilege. And there's something about the weights at the gym that me and Newfie don't know about. There ain't enough weight in the gym for us. Smiley ain't smiling because he's a man that I'm worried for. Me and another man, Surrey, Uncle Connor, the conquistador, who knew there was a powerful man amongst them. Didn't think it would turn out to be this man. And I'm not coming after Surrey's power. I don't have any operations down there, not that I know of. And I'd have to check the internet mafia. Because it's all mafia business. But it's a layered approach. And I'm getting ready for snow. I know Mike's happy to go see him. He's been texting on his phone. I'm trying to figure out Is anybody else watching this? And probably people are lying to him. He's lying to people. Can I get a to-go container, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Do I look like a speed IT man? Is Reese not living downtown in a house he bought? Green light on up front. It's not a legal dispensary, Mike.
May I bring the machine here?
Sure. I got cash.
Oh, sorry.
I got cash. My buddy. He lives nearby, but well, we were buddies. But last I heard, we were buddies. He's not. He's nearby, but he's not even gonna come down here and buy me a meal. He's too fucking greedy to do that to his own father. I say the tough thing for you need a night plan is eventually. Mike will get the picture eventually. I'm not his enemy. I might have enemies on all sides because everybody internationally probably figures he worked for me anyways. He doesn't understand a fucking thing about what I just said. That he wants all of it for himself, but it's not me. And Mike, I can't be killed and I can't be taken because the real mafia knows that I'm mafia business. Hayden family business pertains to just me. Nobody outside of me has the knowledge of me. I was a teenage mastermind once. I still am. I'm not a politician. I said that at Cody792 or at Cody793. One of the two accounts on X.com. And at Hayden on air is my favorite of all of them. Because, what's the character? When you're rude to women, and it's funny. And what's not funny in Mike's case is he's just rude to women until he gets what he wants from them. And I make this just for only Mike sees this. Nobody else sees this. He's right where somebody left me. See, Michael? This is a woman on the bill. Oh, a woman, Mike. You know what a woman is? Like something like Oma the burger, who loves you. You're her grandson. Something I can't go talk to Oma about. She knows me personally. You're meant to be with Carly. So, Mike's not going to come down here and shoot me. So I guess he's not coming down here and paying for my meal. You got more money than me, and you got more things. He's going through a nasty divorce case, or she hasn't pulled the trigger yet. I got my rehab money, and Mike the Burger is not running me out of cameras, and he's not running me out of the coke trade because you're doing what? And Oma might be watching. And simply Reese lives down the road and they're pretending to sell Reese. And Reese is in all sorts of shit for how he parked his truck now, is he? Because Mike came down on him for it. Jesse Henderson is sitting in a house that's not even his. It's half Sarah's. And the men of DC are all held hostage by their women right now. Because they all want divorces and they're not giving them to them. This would make the Vatican very, very interested. Because men are only allowed one wife. I know that. I divorced in 2021. Internet. I did. That's the truth. I don't lie. The Vatican's involved. And they're near turning the women to witchcraft. How much they hate these fucking men. How much they care. Because the women care about me. I can just smell chlorine because I got to go swimming, Chris. And you did. I beat you up in elementary school, and he's turned into an insane psychopathic killer, serial killer, because Iffy and him have it out for me. But he hates Iffy because Iffy's the one that made him go see Pat Haynes. Pat Haynes is a bull queer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. See you next time.
He is. And someone want to remind Pat that he's still a queer. And he might have liked that a little too much. And Chris didn't like that at all. And what's the time, Chris? It's almost 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning. Still got your back, Christopher. I do. I don't like it. I don't like it. But seeing as you ain't caught yet, I mean, there's no evidence to overturn anything. Well, I gotta talk to one woman who may be awake, who may be sleeping. nobody goes to Kimberly Steve's house without her permission or mine. Because I defend her with my fucking life. If I'm there or not. And if I see Chris Gregoire in the flesh, I'll break him in fucking half. And Mike don't stand a fucking chance. So he wants to play powerful. I know where he's staying. Because he's simply in bed with Smiley and Chris and Jesse. They're younger than me. All of them. They ain't as smart as me. Not even close. But they simply have one woman who cares about Mike. And that's right. Mike's gonna get patience because he gets patience. And I saved his ass from a near head injury that he had. I was there, Mike. I almost killed Scott. He took it like a man. He might not live in Camas anymore. He might not like me for it. But Curtis Colgan got straightened out there, and Curtis Colgan got straightened out again. And he's still trying to create beef with me. Because he's a grown man with too much money and nothing to do. Because he don't have a fucking say in Camas. None of those fucking children do. So don't you fucking think you're a boss, Mike. You ain't a boss. You're a boss with who as a worker? Because I'm a boss, internationally known. Right through the Orient, out the other side of the Middle East, down through the Cape, and up to Glasgow. Right down to Argentina and Peru, through Antarctica, and all the way to you, Michael. So whoop-de-fucking-do. Have more money and things. You don't win the popularity game. No, you don't. So unless you want to be a man and just be a friend, I'm going to start bugging Reese, and he ain't going to like it. You ain't going to come do a fucking thing. All you're going to do is want to call the cops. And I'm going to be living homelessly here. My trigger figurarization. Because I played Battlefield 2 too much. And somebody in California named Mr. Bacon, he lets guys into his clubhouse without doing the murder 1, or they do murder 2 or murder 3. And, well, a manslaughter, I guess that gets him in, or that gets him hanging around status. And no, he's hanging around now at the Camas chapter, or did they speed rush him into being a member? He's a family member. He's not a prospect. If he's a Hells Angel now, Nathan, you and me got a fucking serious sit down to have. Because the butcher knows me, and he's been missing me because he knew my brother. I'm the only real blood brother that Brad Hayden ever had. But I know what Red Scorpion stands for. And it's true. And it's hard to argue with that. And he's not arguing with me. I don't tell him what to do, and he don't tell me what to do. But he's the butcher. And Dragon ain't gonna believe that. I could relay the message to him personally, because I can crawl over the walls of Kent backwards with my arms and legs tied to my fucking neck. And no problem. I am the nightmare, man. Mike doesn't even know what Kent is, or match me. Tell the lifers I'm home. And it's the goddamn men younger than me just rallying to get me kicked out of the coke game. They're all rallying around my dad, who I love. I'll be homeless. It's okay. I can be homeless.